Hugh Jackman, Fartlek,
and
horror movie villains. Welcome to another episode of Velocity Chaos! Hello and welcome here to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are coming to you at the speed of sound on these airwaves of the Hexpot Soundhouse from Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Luke, and I am joined by the naughty Nick.
Hello. So naughty. But we are joined by the even better, the even back and forther, the guy who's never ever decided on one side or the other, DJ Ping Pong.
hey, thanks for having me out today, guys.
Happy to have you here. Luke, what do we got going on in the show today?
Oh, we got a whole heap of goodness coming to you in this spooky season here. We got, what do you think it means? Nick's going to give us a word that we'll find out what it means. Then I got a hypothetical life question coming up for this Halloween season in a few days for you people out there and us people over here. And then we got a little idol worship segment where we're gonna talk about someone that we adore. And I just want to remind you guys out there, for our returning listeners, a note for our new friends here at the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We explore the highest heights of human knowledge and the lowest depths of crude humor. Our mission is to tickle that pink thing between your ears, poke that frontal lobe, or sometimes just smash the laugh box. So hop in and buckle up for an infotainment ride across the airwaves.
And before we get into episode 93, just a reminder for everybody that we're on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod and on Facebook. Please, we would love it if you would connect with us there. Or drop us some love on Apple Podcasts, some likes, some interaction on Spotify. We're also on YouTube, where you can subscribe and catch all of our content mixed up in there. As always, we thank you so much for your support and hope to interact with you in whatever way we can to engage, make the VC Pod even better from there. All right, let's get into it.
All right, we're going to move into the section where we warm up here on the Velocity Chaos Podcast called Make the Connection. The Make the Connection section here. Nick and I are going to bounce back a word that DJ Ping Pong. We're going to ping pong a word back and forth until we get to the destination word that DJ Ping Pong is going to give to us here in a moment. But first, DJ Ping Pong, you want to roll them D6s?
Hit you with those D6s.
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen, we have a 2.
No.
And a 1.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I knew this. I knew this was happening. I knew this. That was
We're
happening.
getting ever closer to the two-turn game.
When I woke up this morning, I just knew it.
It's coming.
All right.
All right, so we have 2 turns, not including the first word that to bounce back and forth. But DJ Ping Pong, what are our words we got to go from and to?
Gentlemen, I'd like you to make the connection between trampolines and action movies.
Okay.
I think this is doable.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh, but I have the first one. Shit.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start by giving the first word to Nick. Then he's going to bounce it back, and then so that'd be 1, 2, and then it's going to finish on Nick with action movies. Hopefully, that's the goal. So here we go. Nick, trampolines,
Jump.
kick,
Action movies.
so much action and jumping and kicking. Yes. No.
There's one of our chaotics out there is like, stunts!
Yeah. We're not worried about how you make them. We're only worried about what's in them. And it sounded like a lot of jumping and kicking in that one. Guys, that was great. I feel warmed up. But I have a question for you. What do you think it means?
It's one of those like very like transcendental words. Like it could be a lot of things. Like it is this thing here. It is, you could refer to someone as it, but that'd be mean. But some people prefer to be called it. I don't know.
True. You're right on there. That's probably what that means. But what I want to know is, what do you think Fartlek means?
Oh, I know what that means.
Yeah, you do.
That's it's actually like a steelworking term that they used to use. So Fartlek, when they're doing like shavings of something, they all the like the spurs that come off, those are called fartleks. Yeah, those
Okay.
little shavings of
Little
of
shavings
metal.
of metal are
Yeah.
fartleks.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, but we're gonna open it up to DJ Ping Pong to figure out what his guess is first.
I thought that was Luke's nickname in middle school. So
Yeah.
Wow. He just said, you know what? I don't know what this means, but I'm going to take this chance to really just light one under Luke.
It's true. No, it's true. That was
Fartlek.
They call me Fartlek during basketball practice.
Because
one
you were
time.
so metal.
Yeah, so metal. No, we were shooting hoops. We were doing like a free throw drill, and we were staying on the baseline. One guy would go out to the free throw line. If he made both of them, we didn't have to run the court. If he made one, we'd have to run to half court. If he missed both, we had to run the full court. So what happened one time is I farted, and it stunk so bad we had to switch sides of the court we were using. And then I farted on that side, and we had to switch sides again. And then coach told me to go take a dump. Then they call me Fartlek.
You are stinking up the entire gymnasium. That's uncanny how close you are to the real thing. But instead of just going straight to it, we're going to go through the journey. We're going to go through the etymological journey of this word fartlek. It is a real word. It's less used way less used now. But we're going to get into this. So I'm going to go way back to Old Norse. We're going way back to Old Norse.
Nords.
The Nordics. This is 2 words, okay? 2 words.
Got a
combined
fart and
into
a
one.
lek.
You got fara, close,
Okay. Oh,
which means to go or to move.
okay.
And you have lek, which is to play.
Oh, no bounce, no play.
Far, a long, long way to run. Artlek. We don't know quite, Nick. Go ahead.
I love that song. That movie's fantastic. Julie Andrews, the way she just all over those lyrics. Okay, so
it's freeze tag. Is you running and then you're playing, but it's like disco freeze tag. So when you get tagged, you got to like start dancing. So running and traveling and playing.
Traveling and playing at the same time.
So it's the Nordic disco freeze tag game that's been long out of existence that we're bringing back.
No wonder ABBA is from the Norwegians. Okay, so disco freeze tag, ancient disco freeze tag is what we got here. That's updated guess from Luke. DJ Ping Pong, do we got an updated guess from you?
What was the first part? The first section? I know it's playing.
Fara is to go or to move. Old Nordic.
Okay.
Nord is not a word.
They're gonna go have a play date in somebody else's hut, not your own hut, but somebody else's hut.
Oh, we're gonna. Hey, Mom, can I go fartlek over at Jimmy's house this weekend? Yeah, sure, hon. Go have as many fartleks as you want. That's gotta be it.
I mean, it's either that or disco freeze tag.
It can't be anything else.
Man, he is just needling you. You understand that, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Get it, bro. Get it, bro. All right. So you said funky sleepovers.
Yeah.
Ancient Nordic funky sleepovers.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Keep the door open.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. We're gonna update it a little more. We're gonna get into the 19th century. This is when it became Old English. It was some of the roots here now are more fair, which is Old English from Farnham, deriving from Farnham, to journey, set forth, go, travel, wander, make one's way through the world because your parents didn't equip you properly to navigate all of these trials and tribulations. I'm just kidding. That's not part of that.
Oh,
It's it cuts off after make one's way.
Webster's getting pretty serious with his definitions.
Very personal, very personal. No, to journey, set forth, go, travel, wander, make one's way. Also, quote, be, happen, exist, be in a particular condition. From Proto-Germanic, for ranan, to go. So there's a lot of going. There's there's not a lot of coming. There's a lot of going.
Yeah.
And the other part of this, I don't know how it really fits into the word, except there's two letters that make that are part of it. Lark. Larking was a verb. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You did? Cool.
I do now. As of like 12 seconds.
As of right now, we do. Lark, the verb, means to play tricks, to frolic. 1813. So we're in the 19th century here. Okay.
So this is a coming of age thing.
In some ways, yes.
Okay.
Coming of age.
That's my next guess. Is it's these young. They're getting to the age where they're becoming adults, and they want these little Nords to go out and experience the world and play around a little bit, live playing, and then come home and work after.
What you might call youths.
Yeah, the youths.
The youths.
The youths go out and experience life of adventure and play.
Okay, so a youth, the youthful act. The youthful act of...
It'd be like taking a semester in Europe or something. That'd be a fartlek. That's what I'm trying to attribute it to.
The youthful act of what? Coming and playing?
Like you're coming of age. Like you're going out on your own and traveling, but like exploring the world.
The youthful act of self-discovery.
That works. That's a nice one. If it's closer to the actual answer, then yeah.
That sounds like you just read it out of Webster's. I think you're right.
The youthful act of playing with yourself. Got it. All right. DJ Ping Pong.
So we got travel in here. So and there's running, there's travel. I think this has to do with like ancient Olympics going on.
Whoa! Oh, okay.
Some kind of Olympic gaming, or you're competing internationally.
Okay, ancient Olympics competing internationally. Got it. So you're going on a fartlek.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey man, those Spartans, they keep challenging us to arm wrestling tournaments, so we got to go fartlek over there and got to show them who's boss, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Got to go fartlek all over those.
Ready to go discover ourselves
bastards.
over there.
Yeah. Go discover ourselves.
There's sleepover.
We got to go discover ourselves through wrestling another man to the ground, lathering ourselves in oil and pinning him into the dirt.
And then he's got one guy like this going, when's it my, got to tag me in. When's it my turn? When's it my, got to tag me in. I want to wrestle. I'm all oiled up. Let me wrestle.
Yeah, this is the exact evolution of the word. Okay, so we're about to move into the modern interpretation, the 20th century version of it, which is Swedish. I'll give you a little hint. Swedish. So it's
we should have known.
Remained in the Nordics. Does anybody want to take one final stab at this?
No. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, it's a good
one.
Going
with disco.
It's from Swedish, from fart, meaning speed.
That's hilarious.
And lek, meaning play.
The only thing in life that I have akin to this is in track. We ran fartleks, and it was sprinting the straights and jogging the curves on the track.
Okay. We called those Indian runs. That's where we get when I played soccer for the 2 weeks. Yeah. That's why I quit soccer.
So good guess, great guess. Speed play, which means wanking one out really quick with yourself. It has nothing to do with sports. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Luke's right. He guessed it. Ding, ding, ding. Hit the buzzer because Luke got it right from experience. It's great. Fartleks is actually a reference to a training exercise. Specifically, typically an aerobic exercise where you are just essentially creating a variation of aerobic interaction. So it's interval training, essentially. Continuous training with interval training. Fartlek training is simply defined as periods of fast running intermixed with periods of slower running. End quote there. Examples include a mix of jogging and sprinting. For beginners, walking can be combined with periods of jogging. A person may be asked to sprint all out from one light pole to the next, jog to the corner, give a medium effort for a couple of blocks, jog between 4 light poles, and sprint to the stop sign, and so on for the set of total time or distance. That would be a fartlek. So essentially, whenever the coach is really hungover and just can't give a clear assignment, that's a fartlek.
I'm sure there's plenty of chaotics out there running a fartlek listening to the Velocity Cast podcast right now.
Yeah.
Out on treadmills.
But youthful self-discovery fartlekers out there.
Bunch of fartlekers.
No, yeah, I knew what that one was.
So you were a fartleker?
Yeah.
How was that?
It sucked. I hated doing those.
So is it worse to just run the same thing like straight through? Or
no, I guess
there's no relief?
I guess it wasn't as bad as some of the other stuff. The worst one we had to do was we had to do 20 100-meter sprints under 13 seconds.
What?
That was we were being dicks one day, so next practice, yeah, we had to do that, and man, did that hurt.
I have a question. Okay, so you're track and field. So in football, it's like you really mess up on Friday night and you're in high school and your coach is like, all right, you're running laps on Monday and you're running back and forth. Okay, that's punishment. Other sports, it's like, in hockey, same thing. You're doing the, what do they call them in hockey?
We call it the lightning drill or the line drill. Yeah.
But that's like skating.
Like suicide.
Suicide
On the ice. So what's the punishment for runners?
More running.
You have to play chess.
It's universal.
Yeah, it's different.
Play chess.
It's different. Like maybe you could do like bleachers, like run the stadium, like up and down all the bleachers, like those kind of workouts or something. It's just either a lot of sprinting with minimal rest, or you get work them hard.
That's why
horses.
In some ways running as a sport is the most genius sport, because even in punishment you're improving the athlete, where in like football it's just kind of like he's no smarter. The linebacker's not going to get any better at reads, if you're running. Yeah. So running is just cycles in on itself.
Yeah. I guess the ones I hated worst were the days we had. It was like they did like 4 corners around the track, so you run whatever half a lap. You got to do push-ups at one station, like crunches at another one, then burpees at another, and then like squats at like some other one.
Are you looking at me? I got no mass. Okay,
exactly.
I'm all about lightweight speed. Okay, man, I am built for not doing anything but moving from point A to point B. You want me to push up and down? I can't do that.
I do not subscribe to that.
I do not subscribe to using anything above my navel.
Nope.
Everything below fair game.
Yeah. That's what I'd say. I mean, it used to get kind of stinky, after some of those. And, we'd have to clear it out. And you know what? What we'd use? We'd scented scent sticks. That's right. Scented scent sticks allow you to breathe the fresh air that you've been missing. If you want to, that's right. Some of our scents available to you are fresh air and other scents like that. So if you want to breathe fresh air and don't want to spend a lot of scents on other things, spend your scents on great scents. Buy scented scent sticks. Just makes a lot of sense for you. Makes a lot of sense for us when you send your scents on scented scent sticks. You know what you could do? We're working on a ton more scents every second, but for right now, get your fresh air scented scent sticks today at checkout. It would make a lot of sense if you use code VCPOD60 for 60 cents off each scented scent stick at checkout. This is not actual product, service, or idea. Just in case you thought it was, it's not. If there is something out there with the same name or unaware, have no affiliation, offer no judgment, actual product, service, or idea. Here we are. This is me stabbing whoever's listening with a sharp knife.
Doing a fartlek on a bed.
Oh, that's scooting. So here we are. We're getting into spooky season.
Oh, yeah.
Or, as the new kids say, spoopy season.
Give us your best evil laugh. DJ?
Perfect.
Nice.
That'll get us right for this hypothetical life that I want to get into. Horror movie villain. What if we had to become horror movie villains? Oh. I want to get in there.
Okay.
Who are you killing? What are your powers, or what's your tools of manipulation? You don't have to. I'm going to go through some of the current villains out there.
Yeah.
So that we get some time to think about.
Yeah, buy me some time, Luke.
Yeah. So here are the 10 best horror movie villains according to Reddit. So this is do you know what's popular in here?
This is, anything referenced on Reddit in a correlated list is actually probably the real truth.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do any marketing research.
So here we go. 10 real quick. Sam from Trick or Treat. I'm not familiar with that one, so we'll skip to number 9. Michael Myers, classic. I feel like he's a classic movie villain. That just no lines, just stabbing. Pennywise, using people's darkest fears against them. Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. The Dream Master, Nightmare Master. Then you got Ghostface from Scream. Another classic one. I Know What You Did Last Summer, I believe. Is that what he did, or is that a different one?
Ghostface from Scream?
Scream.
He did Scream.
Oh, there's different.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Was that a spoof?
No, it's a sexy teen thriller on it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Prime. Not a paid ad.
Then you got number 5, Jigsaw. That's another creepy one. Little guy on a tricycle. But it's, is it him or is it the voice? Then you got Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, the Hatchet Man, chopping people up, stuff. Then you got Leatherface, Chainsaw Massacre. Pinhead, number 2. And then number 1, they have listed Hannibal Lecter, just the creepy fava beans guy.
That's interesting. I was actually thinking Hannibal might be my guy.
Ooh, they all got different implements of what they do. Here's another one. Just 16 lists from or 16 of the most common. So we have this one was a little different because this list it's not just people. So here we have number 16, the Overlook Hotel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I want to be a hotel.
Yeah, and this it's your hypothetical villainous ways you can be. Sure. This one's Bruce the Shark from Jaws.
Hell yeah.
Xenomorphs from the Alien franchise.
I was thinking Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Xenomorph.
Michael Myers. Chucky. You have, the doll situation. Annabelle, all those kind of funs. The Entity, It Follows, it says here.
Oh, dude.
I want to be that guy.
Terrifying.
Just chasing perverts all the time. I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Jason Voorhees again. Jean Jacket, nope. Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, Mr. Babadook, the Babadook, The Thing, Deadites from The Evil Dead, Pazuzu from The Exorcist, Pennywise, number 2 from It, and then here number 1, Death from Final Destination.
Nice.
Oh.
Just a snarky entity just chopping people up with.
You're telling me Captain Spaulding from Devil's Rejects didn't make it on there? Come on.
Or the Nun from The Nun.
Yeah.
I saw that come up on some other ones that I was going through.
Yeah.
All of them showed up, but those were the top 10 from Reddit and top 16 from another website that I'll link in the notes. Poor journalism on my part. But anyways, so I got some questions here on our hypothetical life of becoming a horror movie villain. What do you? I don't know which question to start with.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know. But let's just go.
How do you? Dang, who do you target?
Are we creating a villain, or do we have to be one?
I'd say create one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
DJ Ping Pong hates everybody.
Yeah, this is a shout out to my siblings from all the childhood trauma, so I'm ready. I got all the scary stuff banked up in my head. Let's go.
All right, what you got? Who are you targeting?
Well, first of all, it's who am I targeting would probably be just all wrongdoers. I mean, like,
okay.
So in
I have my plot.
In truth, it's all justified. I'm trying to go after people who got away with their crimes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So in a way, it's my horror is justified. I'm going a little bit the thriller route.
You're like a Dexter almost.
Yeah, totally know what you're talking about.
Okay. he was a serial killer that killed serial killers.
Oh, this is what
others.
They get a little sympathetic.
So are you? I guess are you? So you're going against other bad or for other bad people. Are you a living person? Or are you more of an entity? Or are you?
I would definitely be a living person.
Okay,
but I'd be a little combo move if
okay.
I can dig into that.
Yeah, a little shadow hacks.
Who are you taking down?
I'm with you on that. I like tormenting villains. I could picture trying to attack a group of people, like criminals, but one of them is there, like the final girl character's there for a good reason, but everybody else just a shitbag. Mm-hmm.
Like she did something bad, but it's not that bad, and
more like she's stealing money or being a criminal to save her little brother from
Robin Hood
cancer.
style.
Yeah. But like that's because you always got to set up the final girl to be or the final person to be some sort of redemptive character, right? So I'm trying to think of groups of people where you could find at least one redemptive person in there. The one thing I know right off the rip, I got to stay away from gore, right? So that's not really my jam. I don't really like torturing people. I'm more of a paranormal, lock your soul in a vault kind of, ghosty type.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I like that. That's similar. So what I would be targeting. I don't know how to put this in the least offensive way. White bitches.
White
got it.
Yeah,
Starbucks.
Yes. The autumnal, Uggs out, pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, okay.
throw pillows and
Yeah.
stuff. All
Classic hide behind the chainsaw after their Jeep breaks down in the woods kind of thing.
that. Yeah.
You thought white guys were privileged.
So those would be that would be my target.
Okay.
So let's get into what caused you to become this killer, or like what has driven you guys to be here? Backstory, I guess.
I definitely, through my own greed, was a thief or some sort of villain, right? And I was stealing stuff and hurting people through that stealing. And because of my actions, was cursed with the responsibility of bringing other people of the same ilk to justice. So I'm motivated by like my original sin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're using these paranormal.
Yeah, paranormal powers to suck souls out of people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like it.
We got to get into those powers. I got to hear where this goes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can't just suck a soul out of it's like meat tenderizer, right? Like if you're gonna suck a soul out of somebody, you gotta like pound it with a hammer, meaning like you gotta show them some nightmares. You gotta haunt them a little bit. Like I'm not just like walking up and being like ding dong, oh hey, pizza's here, opens the door, hey, what's up? Yeah, tips like what, $5.50. And a movie. That'd be a 30-minute movie, right? Yeah. I'm talking about like you gotta haunt them. You gotta be around and
So you're
shake the
doing-
chair. And
He's going the whole you're going the supernatural
poltergeist.
approach,
Poltergeist.
Ooh, I
I'm a
like
poltergeist.
that.
I'm a
Okay.
poltergeist. I'm a
That's how
poltergeist.
you torment
Yeah.
them. Okay.
I'm a poltergeist. I'm a Candyman. I was gonna say if I had to pick somebody, Candyman would be my guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm channeling more of that Hannibal Lecter, that like hello Clarice, but like mix it up with like I mean kind of like that the xenomorph can like go in the shadows kind of thing. So like if you could combine those two, like if you could have Hannibal Lecter just like show up in your closet like in the middle of a rainstorm on the snap of a finger, just be like, hello DJ, how you doing? That's who I would check because like
Intellectual serial killer. That's who you want.
in your closet.
you thought you could run from me today, did you? No, you didn't.
And then he runs out of the room, but then you snap your fingers, you're in the hallway closet.
Oh yeah, big time. I want to mess with people. It's like not safe anywhere.
So I'd like because we got a person. We got like a psychological like serial killer guy. You got a paranormal poltergeist type.
Yeah.
What we got.
So this is my backstory that I thought of when I thought of this segment is so my character, he was like fifth wheel in this group of girls. He's trying to get with the girls, but he was always he could never make the move. And one day they sent him to pick up all the pumpkin spice lattes. And he's coming across the street and he sees these other dudes move in on all the chicks that he's trying to get with, and he gets hit by a bus or something. So then he becomes this possessor of things.
Why is he attacking the girls and not the boys who are trying to hit on the girls? He was like,
Because they have rejected him for years.
and they were the
years.
ones who sent him on.
They sent him on
these
the way.
wild
Yeah.
errands.
He finally realized in the afterlife, and so he gets sent back. Like he gets shown all these montages of them just treating him poorly.
Okay.
So he gets sent back.
You just got straight up killed Meet Joe Black style. Like you were excited, and then the bus came and tagged you.
Yep.
Spoiler alerts if you guys didn't, watch movies from the 80s.
So then the devil gives him a chance to go back, and he can get his revenge. And
What is the devil's purpose? Because like the bigger bad, right? The bigger bad always has a bigger reason for that person.
True.
For the villain going out and doing stuff. So what is he? He just wants more souls. The devil just wants.
he wants more souls, and why not give someone some of their desires of getting revenge?
He knows these like apathetic, kind of delusional women.
Yeah. So
are perfect candidates.
yeah.
for
So what my killer does is he comes out during the autumn season. When the Ugg boots come out, like I said earlier, and and it's just that like when the sun comes down, it's like you kind of just hear that like, and then like where like who's there, and it's just this kind of he possesses throw pillows is what he does, and he suffocates suffocates.
I was
them.
gonna say like the girl at the pumpkin patch with like taking the Instagram photos like with her besties, and there's just like a hand like reaching out for like a pumpkin to like grab her ankle, and she's like, oh. It's like it's not there.
Yeah, something grabbed me.
And then
What are
they're
you
like,
talking about?
let's just take a picture, and then like go to take another picture, and like the hand like
The hand comes out as the phone, but instead of a phone, it's a throw pillow, and it just
Yeah, it's I just possess different like autumn themed things.
You go to take a sip of your pumpkin spice latte, and a fish just comes out. Boom!
Yeah.
A knife just goes straight out of your face.
You go to put on your Ugg boots, and a hand grabs you and keeps you in.
And sucks you to hell through your boots, like splits you in half, and just like.
So it's really just possessing things to drive people crazy.
Okay.
But like autumnal things.
Yeah,
What else is
autumnal things. It's strictly autumnal season.
Bro, that'd be
serial
such a
killer.
cool scene if like your little like
Yeah.
the one girl's little brother is like trick or treating, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a sack full of candy, and he's like, "Look, all the things that I got." And she like looks at it, and there's like a Reese's Pieces, because we know that's the most popular Halloween candy, right? From the last segment from 91 or whatever that was. And so she looks at it, she's like, "Oh, can I have that?" He's like, "Yeah." And so she reaches her hand in, right? And then she like gets pulled into the sack.
Yeah.
She like there's no bottom. The kid's holding it, but she's like getting pulled into the sack, and the kid's just like, "What's going on? Like, is that deep?" And she's like getting like her neck's getting like broken because she's getting pulled in. Dude, that'd be so cool.
Exactly.
That's a cool.
That's exactly what I was saying. Just like all this creepy autumn stuff. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
the movie that you're in is Bay. Badass entity.
The last cutscene is a girl getting smothered by a pumpkin Yankee candle. Just wax getting poured down her nostril. In a bathtub full of like orange bubbles and pumpkin seeds.
Yeah.
So
a girl's at a Starbucks, and like the cinnamon shaker just starts shaking in the
much.
air, but it's like paranormally too much cinnamon. It just fills the whole Starbucks. It just kills everybody.
Well, then there's a
Suffocation.
candle, and then it lights on fire. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I love this.
That's
Bay.
great. Hey, I'm coming
Bay.
for you.
Possessing your accessories this fall in 2023.
And then it's
Can you
just,
imagine the product placement in this movie?
yeah,
Bed Bath & Beyond is half of your budget.
right. And then like they're gonna find a body, and it's just gonna have carved into it, live, laugh, and love. just bloody.
Just a North Face getting dragged by somebody's minivan.
Oh man,
Yeah.
puffer vest just like shredded everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd definitely be a seasonal. Would you guys be a seasonal or all time? Doesn't matter what kind of year.
I don't even remember what I was. I'm too worried about this guy.
Oh, dude, I'd be all time. I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
and I would come back years later. That's my thing. I mean, because it comes to haunt you for sure. And I mean,
Yeah.
what is it? I mean, because my whole thing is like, it's born from that's that whole Bane complex. It's like I was raised in the shadows, born in it. I was raised by it. But like I'm, Anthony Hopkins, so it goes back to the. I was like,
I'm not even seasonal. I'm like trespass. So like you cross the threshold, that like triggers my presence. So
you're
like,
total supernatural.
yeah. So like maybe I'm linked to an artifact or something that's in a certain place, and everybody's trying to steal it. And like you can get multiple movies out of people trying to steal it, or they steal it, and then the next film's about somebody it's in their collection, the rich guy, whatever.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
And
yeah.
then the thing is, like, he's a big time executive, and his company's like stealing from the general public and like abusing like its power, and so then his whole family's haunted, stuff like that. Like, yeah.
So we're kind of winding down this segment. So I think probably one of the last questions, or maybe the final question here: How would you be defeated this time, or how were you defeated the last time?
Oh man,
because you got to have sequels, like you're saying about the artifact. You know, but
they return the artifact.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. That's so lame.
I'd say for Bay.
Yeah, for Bay.
So there's probably some Friendsgiving going on or something. They got everyone over.
What's more like white girl than like a Friendsgiving?
So Bay is just pumped for this Friendsgiving that he's gonna get just a spook on people. and he starts taking people out with throw pillows, and someone gets it in the bathroom with a pumpkin spice candle.
Fake wishbone lodged in the throat.
Yes, all that good
The
stuff.
scented pine cones end up tripping her into a concrete pillar.
Down the stairs into the basement.
Oh my god.
But then someone's kind of backing up in one situation, and they flip on the TV, and it's like football or something, and then Bay's kind of like, oh, football, and so he gets sidetracked by football, and like, I think we're safe now. He seems to be gone.
So football season. So till the Super Bowl, everyone's safe.
Yeah.
And by that point, it's not fall anymore; it's winter. So you're like, I can't kill anybody without a theme.
Yeah.
It's just Jack. He just needs to watch the football season.
Oh man, this is a hard one. I mean, some sort of thief. The final girl, obviously somebody who does something right. I'm motivated killing people as criminals.
I mean, I guess you don't even have to be defeated. It's just, I guess it's a way that everything ends, I suppose.
Yeah, I think I'm an environmental poltergeist. Like same thing with the poltergeist theme.
Yeah.
Like, they were in the house, and once you leave the house, you're technically safe, right?
Yeah.
So I would be either in like the penthouse where, like in the sequel, where it's like the rich guy who's obtained the artifact. Like that whole penthouse is haunted, and you get like 20 people there for a party. Or a dozen, and then everyone gets knocked off one by one, and then it's just getting out of the freaking place, right? So I think it's more of an escape. That's how I'm defeated.
House on the haunted hill.
Yeah. Last house on the left. Like it's just like I'm a proximity haunt. So
I like that.
If you get out, you escape.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
Yeah, I don't know about DJ Ping Pong. Like, I would say, you just. It's just the next story of who you're taking out.
I think it's next door. I mean, if you wanted to get like really kind of get me with the sequel, it'd be like a capture kind of thing. It'd be like, hey, we captured him in the light, and like, oh, we got him. It goes a little more futuristic. You capture me in the light box, and there's always lights on, and I can't leave that box because if I got that, but then like at the end of the movie, the power goes out, all the generators go down, and then they turn it back on, and I just go.
If you just never need to get another coat out of a closet ever again, you're good.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
You want your North Face, Clary. They won't match those Uggs with that sweater on. It's going to clash. Bay's going to come for you if you don't come get this jacket.
That's I like that. I think we got some solid horror movie villains right here.
Got some new franchises right here.
Yeah, let's make them
from the top down, man. These are ours. Don't publish this episode.
2023 coming at you.
Coming right up.
Do you guys got names? I mean, I appreciate the name you gave me, Bay.
Bay.
That's so good.
Bay's coming. Badass entity. Mine
win. I can't beat that.
Mine is I don't know.
The Artifactor or Artifact.
Yeah, the Artifact. I'm cool with the Artifact. As a villain, just I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Artifact. I'll go with the Artifact right now.
That sounds creepy and mysterious. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just gotta have some weird off-brand scientist named like Charles Barkevius.
Charles Barkevius was a man who was very interested in the human brain. Interested as in he liked the taste.
Brains.
Yeah, do you eat the brains of all the serial killers or victims?
Left shoulder blade as they put their arm into the coat. Or he just kills people with hangers. Man, everyone has Target plastic hangers now. What is a man to do? Oh man, there's so many good ideas, but I mean, there's a lot of other good ideas. I know source material sometimes is magazines or short stories, now Twitter feed, sometimes comic books, but I think the most tried and true source for a movie is book. That sounds like just perfect. And you know what else has a brilliant story? Book. The other book. Yes, book. Book has so many wonderful characters, so many wonderful themes, so many wonderful moments, so many wonderful words. Book takes you on a wild journey of experiences that so many people can relate to. Reading Book will open your eyes to so many life events of the main character and all the main character's eccentric and unique associates, especially Bays. Book is a real page turner, and take it from me, someone who can't read good, reading Book was really something. It was quite the magical experience. If you want to get your hands on Book, go to the website and use the code VCPOD20 at checkout for your first 20 pages of Book free when you purchase Book. If you don't use the code VCPOD20, then they will rip out the first 20 pages before they send you Book. Just use the code. This is not an actual product service idea, just in case you thought it was. It's not. If there's something out there with the same name, we are unaware and have no affiliation. Offer no judgment on the actual product service or idea. Oh, man. That was a really fun segment. This has nothing to do with Halloween. This has everything to do with one of my heroes. I think one of everybody who loves cinema's heroes. Guys, we're doing a segment of idol worship where we take somebody that we think is amazing, awesome, interesting, somebody we look up to, and we throw them a little love. And this episode, I'm doing Denis Villeneuve, the iconic filmmaker.
Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. No, Denis Villeneuve, the filmmaker. I wrote an opening statement, and I'm going to turn it over to the group. I'm going to read this because I really like this guy enough to write him this. So, in my beautiful, wonderful voice. No, I'm not going to do it like that. All right, here we go. Ready? Denis Villeneuve has ascended to the pantheon of greatest filmmakers in just the short span of 13 years. It's 2022 now. Just a year after his landmark achievement, Dune, the film that could not be made, entered movie theaters. That was 12 years after his picture Polytechnique put him on the map with a run at Cannes. He had been active since the 90s with various shorts and 2 feature films, August 32nd on Earth and Maelstrom. But Polytechnique was the spark that lit Denis' torch. The French-Canadian filmmaker made his first pass at the U.S. market with the English-language film Prisoners, which paired him with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. It was a hit, making $122 million off of a $46 million budget. He continued to bounce between the mid-range budgets and bigger fare with Enemy, Sicario, Arrival, and Blade Runner 2049, appeasing critics and audiences alike along the way. Denis has that special ability to bring together true visionary artistry with incredible commercial viability. He understands the power of scale in the cinematic experience, but continues to connect this with the characters at the most intimate levels. His masterful attention to detail consumes your eyes with places and settings beyond our imaginations, and yet we are rooted in stories that compel. He's only 11 films into his career, and at the age of 55, we can figure we're only partway through this legend. Denis Villeneuve, legendary filmmaker.
If you read something like that.
I love Denis Villeneuve. I love his movies. This was brought on. I was watching Dune the other day on HBO. It's the third time that I've seen it. I saw it twice in movie theaters and now on HBO. And I just can't tell you how much I'm impressed every time I watch it. Something new out of it, some detail I didn't pick up, and I know it all stems from him. So I wanted to bring him up. I want to throw him some love. I mean, I can get into things I like about him, but I want to just turn it over to you guys. I mean, I know DJ Ping Pong has definitely seen some of his movies.
Yeah, you've seen enough for both of us, so I'm glad that you're picking up my slack.
I was gonna say, man, if you haven't seen Dune with all those throat singers like it's gorgeous. So
that was probably Denny.
Denny just in his bathroom with the podcast tracker right here.
Yeah. But what do you think? So DJ Ping Pong, part-time cinematographer and huge huge cinemaphile, big film buff. What do you think of Denis Villeneuve?
Oh, he's astonishing, man. I mean, like, I got to be honest, I haven't dug into his earlier history, which is way deeper than I understood. I mean, like you said, he's got shorts upon shorts, and then, between all of his other credits and his music videos. But I mean, everything from Arrival to, like, everyone knows I'm a huge Blade Runner fan. I mean, it's some of the most, in my opinion, some of the most gorgeous storytelling. And he does it in a way that, if you're not familiar with Denis Villeneuve's stuff. Like he'll either be in like a futuristic scenario, or he'll put you in a world that's different from our own and still tell a human story. And that's what I really like about him. I mean, it's fantastic. So
That's a great point. I figured out how to way to solve this and not exclude you completely.
No, that's okay. You guys take this one.
What do you love in movies? What is something?
Big old boobies. No.
All right, you'll hate Denis.
Oh, you're.
It's a serious question. What broad strokes? What broad strokes do you like in a film?
Man, this is don't bring me into this.
No.
You guys.
No. It's a true thing. It's a true. What is something where you're like, all right, that was a good film. What's something that is a signal to you?
I guess it's the story. More story based. It's connecting, I suppose, with the characters.
Okay.
Those types of things, because you can have a bad movie, but you still got some good parts in it, and characters that stand out, I think, are important.
That's a really good point, and I'm going to come back to you in a second because I think we can banter on this. So the crazy thing is that Denny at this point, as DJ Ping Pong has pointed out, he especially like with so Sicario was a drug FBI kind of like thriller. It was like them versus them and got kind of violent. So he's building this huge world, right, that we don't even understand. Arrival is about a woman who is a linguistics master, and essentially these aliens come down all over the planet on like 9 different locations, and they're trying to communicate with us. And so she unravels the puzzle. And then Blade Runner set in the future, Dune set in the far, far future. But what he's able to do in all those scenarios is ground it in like a human story. So he really focuses on that main character for you, and he works through it and says, this person's not just doing stuff. This is an action film. Why are they doing this? And I think it's really, really a testament to him to be able to take a grand scale and bring it down into something that I can relate to, something you can relate to, we can all relate to. So I'm tying what you like. I'm recommending Denis Villeneuve to you through like what you're looking for in a movie.
You're really pushing this guy on me.
No. I think it's interesting because I have bullet points that I can check off here. If you tell me something else that you like.
This Denis Villeneuve guy. No, it's nice to hear that.
What else do you like about movies?
Big old boob. No.
Then you'll hate Denis Villeneuve.
No.
Well, here, dude. Let me chime in on this one for a second, because I just kind of want to, you put down a beautiful monologue. I don't know why you're not writing his bio for IMDb. Honestly,
convince me with that thing.
Hey, Denny, it's my guy. Talking my guy all wrong. Anyway, but what he does in movies again with building these environments. You have Arrival, where they're dealing with aliens. Blade Runner's the future. Dune is outer space in the future in its own right, and then you even have Prisoners, which is more, which is about which is about two men trying to find a lost daughter. What I mean, and that's a little more close to heart, but not all of us could experience that. Yeah. What he does is though, which is amazing from a filmmaker's perspective, is that he always roots the conflict in like true human emotion. Yeah. So like a quote from Prisoners that I think is great is he said, like, one of the actors goes, be prepared for the worst but hope for the best. Yeah. And if you were ever to say somebody that who's in dire needs, like it would rip you apart. Sure. And then you have Arrival, where you have Amy Adams. I think it's her husband character in that film goes off into whatever is the alien area, I think, and then he ends up dying, so she has to do that for him. Blade Runner, he's trying to find humanity. It's all connected to like the true human experience ultimately. So that's what makes his film so gripping, in my opinion.
That's a really good point. And he's able to anchor them in scenes that mean a lot. And in Dune, it's not a spoiler, he's got Timothée Chalamet in a scene where...
Timmy Schatz.
Yeah, Timmy Schatz. What a high school nickname. Timmy Schatz.
Almost as good as my Fartlek one.
Not even Timmy May. This is Timmy Schatz. So what he's able to do in each scene is he's able to link it to the bigger picture, but also make it compelling within that scene. So there's that scene where Timmy's character Paul Atreides is sitting studying the people of the planet that his family had just taken over, right? And he's learning and he's happy, right? And then he notices like a little device like come into the room. It's like a little floating device. It's got a needle on it. And he knows immediately he knows what it is. It's like an assassin's tool that is like poison dart, but it's like a tech thing. So it like floats, right? And he's learning about these people on this planet in a hologram. And it's like showing like some shrubbery of the biology of the planet, right? And he like steps into this hologram, which confuses the little needle thing, and it can't find him. And I'm just like, it's amazing how Denny in one scene that could have been played straight up, where it's just like, oh, he sees the thing, he dodges it a couple times, it's an action scene, what, like a kung fu thing, and then he like escapes, right? That's a Hollywood version of that, right?
Yeah.
But what he does is he's like, you have a character who's learning about the greater picture of the story, about integrating with the people of this planet, right? And he has to do that to survive the assassin, the villains, the people who are coming after him. And I'm just like, that's what he does in every single scene. He's able to tie the bigger picture down to these little moments. I mean, that scene blows me away every time I see it, because he's blending everything in one room, one scene. And it's compelling. It's interesting. You don't want Paul to die. So it's like, it's also hooking us with every simple trick of a film, right? Of like, oh, we like this guy. We don't want him to die. But when you pay attention to him, you're linked to the bigger story.
I'll have to stop by Blockbuster and see if I can pick up a VHS.
There you go, man. $2.99 rentals if you keep it on a weeknight. Other things I like about Denny, amazing visual poetry. He's just a master of like combining things, really like just like making everything look amazing. His shots are well composed. Even his digital photography, like I don't know what his process is working with the VFX teams, but like you have guys who are creating computer generated images that look like they were shot from a handheld camera, not a handheld camera, but like a planned shot, right?
Yeah.
And so he just must be really working with those guys. His ability to disappear actors, this was a note I wrote down. He's worked with like Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin, at this point, Timothy Chalamet,
Jason Momoa.
Who's Emily Blunt is in
yeah.
Prisoners. But then he started with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal, two of the greatest, most well-known actors ever. And you're just like, what the heck? One of the things I see happen a lot of times in film is that a big star comes into a movie and you're like, oh, that's Leo.
Yeah.
Like that's Leo playing a character. That's Leo being so-and-so. That's Bruce Willis being so-and-so. But in a Denis Villeneuve film, they really disappear. Like you don't see them. You see the character. And that is a trick. That is a magician's bluff, because Timothy Chalamet is one of the biggest like stars, most potential stars on the planet. And I'm just like, I'm watching Paul Atreides. I'm not watching Timothy Chalamet. So I just think that's huge. A director being able to simultaneously reassure an actor that they are filling a role and becoming, and it's adding to their legacy, but also not make them greater than the role. That's a huge, huge skill.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Like you said, oh, that's Leo DiCaprio. Wow.
Yeah.
But that's impressive. So I will have to check out his catalog of work.
You do. And then just the last thing, commitment to style while diversifying arcs. I mean, there's a through line to all his work. They're all thematically linked, but he's not becoming stale. Every story seems unique. I know he made a film that was impossible to make, Dune, and it got approved to do it in 2 parts, so he's making the sequel. But he's also going to do Cleopatra, which is just, that was a huge epic at the time with Rex Harrison and Elizabeth, not Elizabeth Hurley. What's the other famous Elizabeth? Anyway, it was
Queen. She just passed away.
Queen Elizabeth.
Second.
Anyway, Oh my
Could he hide Samuel L. Jackson in one of his films? You think that's possible?
Elizabeth Taylor. He might. I want to see him try. Elizabeth Taylor, Rex Harrison, and Cleopatra. That was one of the biggest, most expensive films ever made. So he's tackling that now. So I appreciate you guys giving me the time. I watched Dune the other night, and it just brought it all back to me. And I think, like I said, he's only 55. In a decade, he's made all these films. Imagine him for another 20 years. Even he works till he's 75. That's another 20 years. That's another 20 films. Like, holy hell! Like, we're gonna get some great bangers.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Don't be a hero, mate. You look after your mates, and your mates will always look after you. Yeah, cheers.
Here we are into the Australian news segment of the show, where we go down to Australia, check in, see what's going on down there, what triumphs they're having, what tribulations might be going on. So in this Aussie news segment, the Ibis are on the motorway. I thought reading this at first that they were Australians have like nicknames for everything, so I thought they were Ibis. Ibis on the motorway. No, the Ibis it's a bird.
Okay.
It's about yay big if you're looking on YouTube, but their wingspan close to 3 feet wingspan. But they're not very graceful birds. They're kind of clunky,
storky.
Yeah, they got long legs. Yeah. But yeah, they don't fly well, and they're on these motorways, so people are some people are trying to miss them, and they're causing accidents. Big trucks just drive right through them. Because what are you gonna do? And then the backdrafts from these trucks, cause because they're unstable flying. Either the birds are gonna crash land or get hurt or die. But yeah, they're nesting here by some of their busy motorways, and I think it's just a migratory thing where they're kind of just coming in for a season. But they were talking about naming them for one of the Olympics coming up as the nation's bird, or whatever the city that they're coming up
for Australia.
Yeah,
I thought Ibis were always like the Egyptian god thing.
Oh,
they were talking about it. And I'm not putting words. They were talking. It was in talks. This is just in this article here. So hey,
this isn't me. This is them talking. This is Australians. These are crazy guys.
This is nine now news.
The best part about this article is that there's a photo, and the caption reads, "Gold Coast motorists concerned over nearby Ibis nesting ground," and it's just two people in denim and flannel, just ear to ear, smiling, laughing. They're just like, "Oh, I'm really concerned, mate, but I'm going into my show anyway. I'll see you later."
The Australians love everything. I feel like they're just like, we don't want to hurt anybody, unless it's our liver.
Yeah. But basically, they got a whole bunch of Ibis. That's what I want to. I want to call them Ibis.
We're gonna call them.
That's what I want.
We're gonna call them Ibis from now on.
Yeah, Ibis on the motorway.
You heard it here first. Save the Ibis, folks. Hashtag save the Ibis. Hashtag Velocity Chaos Podcast. Make sure you tag us.
Save the Ibis.
We got you, Australia. We're looking out.
Yeah. I mean, that just goes to show you in life, where you think that you're gonna travel to and make your home. It might not be the best place to make it, so you gotta travel. You gotta maybe sprint somewhere else. Then you play, trying to check out that area, and then go jog, and then maybe run a little bit, and then sprint again, and then jog somewhere else. Because you know what? Right behind you, there's a killer coming for you. There's a killer coming for you. Do you have the artifact that you stole? Are they gonna possess you? Every fiber of your being gonna be taken over? Did you do something bad enough? Huh? Is the judgment slayer coming to you? Or are you gonna stop at Starbucks for a nice pumpkin spice latte in your Ugg boots and your North Face, and you got your throw pillows? Is Bay coming for you? Is Bay gonna spice up your Friendsgiving? Is he gonna? This turkey's not just for carving, or the turkey's not the only thing that's gonna get carved. That's right. Live, laugh, love, because Denny, he's putting the spice of life into every fiber, every frame of his movies out there, and the deep complexities that you can find in these movies of good old Denis Villeneuve. Whatever Nick was saying about the guy. It's tough to spell, but You'll figure it out. Just talk about Denny and Dune, the guy that made Dune. Because, when you can really find the deeper meaning of things in life and in movies even, just to tell the story that much better, run that extra fartlek just to find the deeper meaning in your story.
Okay, here we go. Recommendation station. This is the part of the show where Luke and I make sure that you do not walk away without anything less than a golden sterling recommendation. We recommend movies, TV, products, tech, music, anything you can think of, any category you can think of. We've recommended it in this case, but we try to limit it because we got stats, we got data we got to keep track of. Anyway, today I am recommending a product, or some technology for you, some kitchen technology for you. The Braun Submersion blender, or it's also known as a hand blender. This thing is awesome, guys. I use this all the time. I use it a lot. It has a lot of different applications. You can blend protein shakes. You can make smoothies out of it. If you're making a sauce, sometimes it helps just like grind things up. It's kind of like a food processor in your hand. Yeah. That way you don't have to like throw it all into plastic and then, grind it all up and then clean the plastic. All you got to do is rinse off the head of the hand blender and away you go. You're all set.
It's kind of like a murder weapon in your hand. I mean, a blender in your hand.
It's like perfect. Exactly perfect for Charles Brinkus or whatever his name was. Closet murderer. He's just got to make sure he's got an outlet in there or somewhere nearby. It comes in three packs now, the Braun Submersion blender. I'm sure there's other brands out there, but in this case, I'm recommending the Braun because that's the one I have. Comes in 3 packs. The multi-quick 5, 7, or 9. That's just the amount of parts that it comes with. The basic, obviously, being the 5. The most advanced being the 9, where you can literally just, plug it into this one thing where you throw all your fruit and water in it. You plug it in, then that just whips up your smoothie for you.
Dang.
Who knows? Blender in the palm of your hand. That's what it does. Price, $110. A lot of times you can get on sale for around $80. Not bad. I think Braun's probably, I've had this one for multiple years, probably over 7 years. So it's been in the family, as they say. You can buy it at Walmart. You can also buy it straight off the Braun website. That's where I found the sale. So check it out. Braun Submersion blenders are hand blenders. Super, super handy, if you know what I mean. Well, guys, that does it for the 93rd episode of the Velocity Chaos podcast. I am stoked. We are so close to 100 episodes. What a landmark. Thank you for riding with us, for coming along for the ride. We appreciate it more than you know. And hey, if you want to get involved with making this show even better, you can hit us up at velocitychaospodcast@gmail.com or across all the social medias. Engage with us at will as you please, because we will be pleased when you do. But I just really want to thank DJ Ping Pong. I know he goes back and forth a lot. He waffles a little bit. He's paddling things left and right. But at the end of the day, he's solid, and he's our guy.
I just like playing ping pong with my all-American ping pong paddle. Thanks for having me out here today, boys.
Anytime and always. Guys, hey, wherever you're at in your life, whatever you're doing, whatever your hopes and dreams are, we're here to listen. We're here to go along with the ride, share in this journey as we travel through space on this green and blue orb that we call planet Earth. Whatever's up with you, know that you're not alone, especially when you're listening to the Velocity Chaos podcast. This is Nick signing off.
And this is Luke signing off. Thank you guys once again. If you got something, give us a shout. Let us know. And we truly appreciate you spending your time listening to us. And I hope you're having a laugh with us, having a good time. And like we always say, when you go up to your barista for your next Starbs visit, tell them the order's for VCP. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Chaos Podcast. We upload new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Be sure to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. Interact with us on Instagram at Velocity Chaos Pod or on Facebook and YouTube at Velocity Chaos Podcast. We are grateful for your time and hope you enjoyed it here. Please tell a friend, and thank you once again.